Hello world. In today video we are going to take a look at a power bank. A very boring device nowadays, but it's been quite some time since I took any interest in any power bank. Um, but recently, I think an year back, I made a conscious decision to move to Type C USB based devices, including laptop, mobile, tablet, ebook, soldering iron, and whatnot, everything. So last year, it felt like the COVID and everything is going to go away, and I was thinking that we will be uh, going back to the normal life, go to cafe, go to library, go to wherever, and maybe we'll work from wherever we want. So I thought, why not invest in a power bank so that I can continue working even if the charge is not there or there is no charging port nearby. So I took a couple of I took a take a look at a couple of devices, and I finally zoomed into this particular product. So it is a 30,000 milliah 30Ah power bank, which has got a USB Type C output of 65 watt, which can charge my laptop. It can charge any other device. It can charge around 5 devices at a time. And it can charge itself from a normal USB Type C. It can also charge itself from a micro USB or a Apple Lightning, which both of them I am not really interested in, but it has the capability to do so. So here is the box. I pulled the trigger. It cost me around 60 USD, and it came packed very well. And Baseus, as you know, is a very good company regarding product quality and the service, which I come to in couple of couple of moments later, because there is a very valid reason to do so. So I got it around last year, maybe November. That's when I ordered it. So I was very happy with the product, the way the package, the way the features are. So it's a bit heavy, meaning because of 30,000 milliah battery. So let's see what the unboxing looks like. So the opening is little bit strange, because you have to open it from the back, then you hold it or maybe pull it. So yeah, here it goes. It just comes with the actual beefy power bank itself, and then a USB Type C to Type C cable, the regular Baseus, which ships with many of their devices, and the actual power bank in a soft plastic cover, and that's it. As far as unboxing is concerned, as you can see, it can you can charge it using micro USB 5 volt to 9 volt 2 ampere to about 1 ampere 18 watt max using micro USB. And even when you're charging through Type C, you can charge 5 volt 3 ampere, 9 volt 3 ampere, 12 volt 3 ampere, 15 volt 3 ampere, 20 volt 3 ampere, maximum 60 watt maximum you can charge it. From an output perspective, if it is Type C, the Type C can drive up to 65 watt max, and the other USB 1 to 3 USB 1, USB 2, USB 3, which are marked in the which have a black plastic block that can that can drive up to, so USB 1, 2, 3 and Type C, if you are using it together, it can drive up to 15 watt, that is 1 amp, 1 amp, 1 amp, 1 amp, and then 45 watt max from the Type C. That can be 20 watt, 2.5 ampere, or whatever the maths, right? So if you are just using the USB 4, which supports QC3, it can be, the maximum is 18 watt from this alone, and then another 45 watt from Type C. From the Type C. If you are just using the Type C, it can be at around 65 watt thing. So you can charge your tablet, your phone, your earphones, your what else, your camera, all at the same time. But if you are using the same time, the overall wattage is 65 watt. And the Type C, if you're charging laptop and if you just starting charging, it will consume 45 watt. So remaining 15 watt will be split to your whatever devices you got, right? So it will be slower, the other devices. But once your laptop reaches the once your laptop reaches the charge, right? So then it only charges very little, to trickle charge 1 watt. At the end of the charge, it will be 510 watt, and then after some time, once it reaches 99-100%, it is just taking 1 watt if you are not actively using the laptop. So just putting it in charge, but whatever. So so altogether it has 30,000 milliAh at around average 4 volt, right? 3.7 volt. So the in an average it is around 4 volt. So that will be around 30 into 4. It's around 120. 120. So let's take the calculator. Yeah, it's 120 watt. Average 120 watt, right? So if your laptop battery is around 60, at least 2 times you can charge, right? So most laptops are around 40-50 watt, and now the newer laptops got around 60. Even some Asus laptop got 67 if it is below 14-inch. And then there are some laptops which have 90 watt, like the 15-inch XPS and all. For that laptop, you can charge one time full from 0 to full, and then one more, little bit more. For a normal laptop like 50-60 watt, you can charge almost 2 times if you're not using it for anything else. You can. So if your laptop is fully charged, you take it on bag. You take it in a bag, and you also charge this thing along with you. Then once your laptop charge is depleted, you can charge once, you can continue working, and that's around 3 times your laptop's battery. So whatever you can work with just the laptop charged, you can triple your hours of active usage. So that's what it is capable of. So there are also another reason why I opted this, because I am using the Pencil soldering iron. So in case, normally I work on my electronics in a desk where I have my hot air, my soldering iron, and all sort of rubbish soldering paste. But there are some cases where I like to work wherever I am right now. So with Pencil, I can easily plug into this one, and I can work in an isolated way if I don't have to connect it to a USB charger or an AC plug charger, and I can use this for that also. So altogether, it was a good purchase. But there is a twist. So I got it, as I said, on last November, 2021 November. So I was very happy. I was using it for some charging because I was not going out a lot. I didn't. This is not getting enough charge recharge test cycle, right? I was little bit using somewhere wherever I couldn't find a AC cable between the, like sometimes I'll just plug it, even if I am at home I just plug it in sometimes. So that's the only use I was getting. So one day I got a very critical requirement to charge a battery, charge a 12-volt battery, and I don't have a car charger or anything, right? So what I did was I made a USB decoy, which is a 15 volt. So the lead acid battery, when charged, it needs 14 point something volts, right? So this one at a 15 volt decoy, this is perfect for that, right? So what I did was I connected the type C to type C. I connected the decoy. So I connected the decoy. So 98 out. So 15 volt is started. So let me search a little bit. So this display is very weird because they put a mirror and behind that they put the normal 7-segment display with different markers like out voltage, so out voltage, out ampere, and the percentage battery capacity. Those are the three things that it can cycle. So what is the percentage? 98%, 15 volt. Now it is outputting because I connected the decoy, PD decoy, and then the ampere. Now there is nothing, no load, so there is it says 0. So it's shorted and it's it detected and it's switched off. That's how it should be, right? But so now it is back. Okay, so this switched off. So now let's switch it on again, and if you look at it, it's again working 15 volt. Yeah, right. But it was properly charged. It was charging. So, but it's a slow charge, but it should be a lifesaver when you need it. So what I did was I kept it on charge for 1 or 2 hours, and then it did its job, right? So what has happened is, because it was delivering at the max 15 volt at the max ampere for so long and in an enclosed state, this got heated up, and then I saw, when I looked at it, it was heating up, and when I looked at it, it was 0. But it shouldn't be 0, because I didn't at that rate. It can be at around 1 hour, 2 ampere, 50, 30. Yeah, it should be around, at the max it should have 60% capacity, right? But that didn't happen. So I took it back. I tried to charge it. It doesn't seem to be charging. It was showing 000 something. So it was, and then it was starting to smoke a little bit. Meaning it was not actual smoking, but it was smelling like it was burning. The plastic burning, or some electronic burning smell was coming. And even after I took the charge, it didn't stop. It kept on doing that for some time, and after that it stopped. And then I tried to charge again. It didn't charge. It was always 0. So that's the story, right? So this thing broke after some time. So that's why I told before that I'll talk about the Baseus support in detail later. So after that, I messaged Baseus. They were very prompt. They tried, and they asked me to send a picture or a video, whatever I showed them, they quickly responded. They said that they will send a replacement. I got the replacement, and that was also, then this is the replacement that I got. So I was very happy with the support and everything, but I was curious what happened to the original one. So I try to open it. So this is like built like a tank, meaning even though it's plastic, it's not aluminum or anything, but it's plastic. It's very tightly packed. I try to open it. There was slight gap that you can see between the plastic, but it's not at all. You cannot pry. It's so hard. But finally, I pried it open. So this is the tear down, right? So it has nothing but the majority of space is consumed by the 3-cell 3.7 volt battery. So each one is 10,000 milliAh. So you can see the cell 1, 2, 3. It's again rusty, right? So this weighs around 80% of the power bank weight. So it is real 10,000 milliAh, as you can see. It's a I don't know which manufacturer is it. It's manufactured by somebody called Nene. I don't know, but it's very good pack of 3 cells, and it has got its own protection circuit, and it has got a temperature sensor, NTC sensor wired, which goes to this PCB. So everything is all good. So this is the mirrored thing where the display shines through, but yeah, it's not very transparent, so sometimes you have to squint. That's fine. So this is the PCB, and there is a heatsink. So the heatsink is for the MOSFETs here. 1, 2, 3. These are the output, and I think output and charge MOSFET. I think the charge and discharge MOSFET. I think, yeah. So there are 3 MOSFETs here, which is protected by the heatsink like this, and it's the screws from here. There is screws there. Yeah, screws like this will go from here to here, and it's screwed tightly through the I think through this double-sided coupling to these MOSFETs, right? So these are the only main MOSFETs that they are, and so maybe this output MOSFETs also, this USB switching MOSFETs also, all covered by one single thing, right? So when I tried to pry it open. It was not that easy because there are so many clips. So clip 1, clip 2, clip 3, clip 4, clip 5, syncopated, and not just the clips, right? The battery. The battery. The battery that is also acts as a structural support. It has glue on both sides, which also helps together the well built battery pack all together, right? So it was very hard to pry, because even after you somehow manage to dislodge the clips, still you have glue to work out, and you cannot be too hard on the battery because it's very tightly closed. So if you look at it, it's side to side. If you accidentally, when you poke any sharp thing, that's it. I think there is some damage that already caused here. I'm not so sure. Is it the battery pack itself that got damaged? But anyway, I tried charging it once. It seems to be working. Not sure. Okay. Anyway, so this is a very good battery pack, and what has happened is So there are 3 beefy MOSFETs here, right? So let me grab it. Okay. So there are 1 MOSFET 1, MOSFET 2, MOSFET 3. So if you know, so in a push-pull arrangement, you need 1 more MOSFET, and what they have decided, what the PCB designer has done is they have put the other MOSFET on the other side, right? So that's the four set of MOSFETs that they use for the I think it's for the input as well as the output stage. And when you stress this power pack for quite some time, right, these 3 MOSFETs are protected by this heatsink. But what about this MOSFET? There is nothing, bare package soldered here, and that's what broke in this one. This particular MOSFET couldn't handle the heat and it burned. It shorted out first and then it kept shorting the battery until it is fully discharged. Luckily the battery is not bare, it has its own protection PCB. So once the battery threshold goes down, but it's like fully loading the battery to discharge. It's not slow discharge. This cut off, and that's how this catastrophe avoided a fire. Meaning it didn't really avoid fire, but somehow. So as you can see, everything else is functional. So if I connect, it's booting, and there is no battery it can find, so it says 0 0 0, but it's booting. The microcontroller, everything else is functioning. So there are two big beefy controllers. I don't know what. I took a look at it because it's special purpose controllers which I haven't heard before. But then it's all well built, right? I would have liked if they would have removed the micro USB and added one more Type C. But that's what it is. So it's a very good power bank. There is one flaw, so you may be, I don't know if it is a problem. Oh, no. So what has happened is, in another forum, I saw another person having the same complaint. He also had the same issue, but he also had the same usage pattern where he tried to stress it in the car, in a sunny day in a car. He was trying to use it for quite some time on a heavy load, and that happened. So it can happen if you stress it for so long, especially when it's in a hot day or in an enclosed place. So that's one major flaw. Otherwise this is a very good power bank. So the second unit that I have, so because I like this power bank and I liked the way the price, performance, everything, I sent all these findings along with the pictures of what went wrong to the Baseus support and asked them to convey that to the engineer. So I hope the second batch of this has this issue taken care. Maybe they rearrange the components so that they can add another MOSFET here itself. Maybe they can migrate these capacitors to someplace else, redesign a little bit more, move around the components so that they can put all the power MOSFETs here, so that everything is covered by the heatsink. I can see also there are other heatsinks, MOSFETs here and here for each USB, but I am not sure how much heat it generates during normal operation. Yeah, so that's it. I think I can repurpose this for something or other, because this is a very good power bank, meaning very good to 3.7 into 2 or 4.2 into 3, 12 point something volt battery pack that I can repurpose for something else, some power bank, some UPS for modems or something like that. Quite beefy. Yeah, so I think that's it, folks. As I said, if you are using the type C charger, you can also use at least 2 of these, one for your mobile, one for your earphones, and one for your tablet or laptop. And if you can also use along while you are charging, right? But you cannot use it for charging laptop. What you can do is you can charge your your power bank through the type C, and you can use any of these type A ports for your phone, tablet, anything else, mouse, earphones, whatever. The only problem is you cannot do power delivery from, because if you are using type C. I think what you can do is you can charge, if you have if you have lightning or micro USB, you can charge the power bank through that one, and then you can continue using the type C power delivery. That's the only way you can use charge, pass through. You charge this from your wall and then continue using the power. But if it had two type C which can do both in or out, then that will be the most ideal device. Plus this this defect also should be fixed. So that maybe if they make another version of this, I think they should consider that. But other than that, this is a very good device. So the second device, I've been using it since it didn't break so far. So yeah, that's my review of Baseus power bank. 30,000 milliA 65 watt power delivery. 30,000 milliA power delivery power bank, as you can see. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot so for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you like or dislike, please do like or dislike, and if you have any queries or if you want to, please comment. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you on next one. Cheers.